Oh. All right, can you let me know in the Discord if this one is working? Let me know, folks. Let's get it cracking. Let's get it cracking. Let me know. I cannot see any comments in the live chat, so I'm assuming it's not working. Okay, I see you guys saying it's working. Okay, cool. That's good. Um, yeah, let's get into it. First of all, 0 likes is disrespectful. You guys, nah, you guys stay disrespecting me. 0 likes is disrespectful. All right, cool. 11 people in the crazy people disrespecting. All right, cool. So past 3 days has been sick. Um, there's still a couple more trades I'm looking at to just bang over the next couple weeks. I'm talking really bang. So we'll get into those at the end. But first, we're gonna go over what we've traded this week already. I mean, you guys would have seen the news. You know, CRCL was flying. We got into AMD, we got into Marvell, we got into Roku. Some stocks have just been banging recently. So hopefully, we continue to see what we've been seeing last few days. Hims was a great trade as well. Yeah, we've got a lot to look into, a lot to get into, and I know there was a lot of questions earlier, so we'll get into all of that, right? I'm gonna start by just addressing the trades we took this week so far, right? So I'd say, hmm, let me see. You guys can see. Hopefully, you guys can see the AMD, right? Because the reason we're doing this on the YouTube right now, obviously, you guys know what happened last time on the live stream, right? The Zoom. We're not going to talk much, but right? So I'll be honest with you, right? I'm looking forward to this little session, right? I'm looking forward to this session. Let's start with Hims, right? Hims was the first trade of the week. Obviously, we had a very, very big weekend, right? With the RTA meetup with the group. We had a huge weekend, so we had to make the money back, right? We decided we were going to make the money back starting off this week with Hims. So where do we start? I'm going to go with the weekly chart. You're going to see Hims right here, okay? So HIMS, Hims and Hers. It's been consolidating in between the moving averages on the weekly chart. You will see here, we've got some interesting price action, right? We're stuck in between the 9 and 21-day moving average. So for those of you who are new, I use the 9, the 21, and the 200 moving average. I usually start on the weekly chart, narrow it down to the daily chart, right? And then go to the 4 hour, 1 hour, etc. So looking at the daily chart, okay, you can see there's a lot of consolidation in here, like between the moving averages. And we've had Hims try and break below the moving averages. Like we obviously gapped down at the end of June, came back, right? Held in between the moving averages, and we tried to break out Monday. Cool. Now the breakout looked pretty solid, but we hit my line of resistance. So I have a level at 52.17. This is a very strong line of resistance, and also it was very strong line of support previously, right? When I told you guys at the weekend, who was, those of you who was at there at the meetup, scroll left. This is what I'm talking about when I say scroll left, right? If you scroll left, you see it was a previous level of resistance. We gapped up. Now we came back down to it and we held support, right? The old resistance became a new level of support. So once again, if you're new, you don't understand support resistance, check out the rest of the videos on the YouTube channel, right? There is enough content for all of you to, really learn from. So anyway, Hims, as I said before, right? $52.17 is my price target. This week we started with a pretty good bang, right? We came up, tested the line of resistance and came back down. Yesterday, I didn't. Well, apparently we broke the line of resistance yesterday. I was actually on a flight, so I was fast asleep. I didn't see us break that line. But guess what? We came back down. We got rejected at that line again. Came back down today, pushed up towards the end of the day. And I think once we break this line, we can start to see 55, 56, and stuff like that. But this week, the price target was 52.17, which, if we go to the 5 minute chart, you can see we very clearly hit. We tapped that line. How many times? One, two, three times today. So that level of 52.17 was a very strong price resistance level. I would say for those of you who took my call out, you're up 180%. I'd say you don't need to really try and stick with this trade too much longer. Tomorrow is Thursday, so we're getting closer to expiration. Theta will start kicking in a lot more. We've done our thing with this trade. Now, do I think the HIMS will blow past 52 this month? Yes. I do believe we'll get up to that $55 level, but it's tough to say if it will happen this week or not. We've tapped this level multiple times this week, right? We've broken above the level, tapped the level multiple times. And I think, I mean, if it happens in the next couple of days, great. But I think to just manage your risk, it's better to just, be smart, take your profits, move on. Okay. What trade do you guys want me to break down next? Oh, I'm gonna have to look at comments in the Discord as well. Okay. And we've had some banger trades. We also had 1 hour this week, so we can break down that one as well. I think it's important to touch on the L's. I think it's important to touch on L's. So I'm gonna go to my L from today. Very, very easy L. Very small L. Well, small, lost a good $600, but in the context of the grand scheme of things, it's not too crazy, right? That's why we manage risk. But let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. So let's go to the hourly, and you're gonna see what I see. You're gonna see what I see. Do you see what I see? So SPY, the S&P 500 today, right? So Trump announced that he's getting rid of Jerome Powell. Apparently, that was fake news. What happens when there's fake news? We see erratic candles like this. Look at these hourly candles. Okay. So I got into SPY puts. We'll go to 50-minute chart now. So I got into SPY puts when we got rejected by the moving averages, right? But my entry was pretty poor. My entry, I actually ate 835. So we'll go to the 5-minute chart to see it. My entry was 835. So yeah, where as in, whew. So okay, we got this crazy candle. That was when the news came out. Knifed the whole stock down. Pushed up, got rejected by the moving average, with the retest, came down again. Now, on this next push up is where I got into the puts. And within a few minutes, I think by 8:40, we were up about 25, 30%, right? We got into the 616 puts, which expire tomorrow. 616.24 was my price target. The next 5 minutes is wild, right? We've got this huge green candle testing the moving average. Now, before you knew it, we're seeing back to back to back green candles. So obviously, I sold out the trade. I told people I took a 33% loss, $600. But what I didn't realize at this time, we go to the bigger time frames, high time frames, right? The hourly was starting to form a little bit of an inside bar here, just bodily inside bar, right? So when you see an inside bar, it's often the possibility or the likelihood that we're going to see a big move. And what did we all say in the call or in the live on Discord today? We all said it's time for calls. It's time for calls. It's time for calls. What happened? The next 4 hourly candles were just green beans. I mean, look at the high time frames. The high time frames tell the story, right? 4 hour, you got the inside bar again. You got the long wick. They try to push price down. Right, long wick try to push price down. Next bar is going to be a big move. It was a big move to the downside, but an even bigger move to the upside. Daily time frame, you see another story. Huge red candle yesterday, was Tuesday. And we knew today was going to finish inside day. We knew today was going to finish inside day. All right. Guess what? Unfortunately, if you didn't time this right, it was like two different kinds of people in the Discord today, right? Those who timed it right got in the puts anywhere here, 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 here. And then some of us who got in down here when we're like, okay, we want the next leg down, and it just went the other way. No worries, it happens. But as you guys know, sometimes you just got to wait for the best move, not just a move, the best move. I think I learned that, a while back when I was chasing trades. So let me see what's going on in the live stream. What stocks do they want us to break down? What trades? First of all, how can there be 60 of you watching and there's only 15 likes? You guys are stingy with the likes when it's free. I'm here using my time. All right, let's get to 20 likes and then I'll continue talking. Push that to 20. Crazy behavior, man. Folks just be ungrateful, expecting you to do the world. All right, cool. Okay, the likes went up and the number of people watching went down. I'm cool with that because, yeah, don't need your negative energy. So in the Discord, they're saying AMD. Yeah, I mean, let's talk about AMD, right? Let's talk about AMD. Let's talk about AMD. So on, I think last week, Tuesday, Wednesday, I can't remember what day. I think it was Wednesday. Let's go to day chart. Everyone wants to talk trash about AMD. I think it was a red day. So last week, Tuesday, that was the day. Tuesday, that was the day. Okay. Last week, Tuesday, I put in the Discord that I'm looking at AMD getting back up to those levels from before. It was just above the moving average. It dropped below, but started to push right back up, and it looked strong. So we're just below my level of resistance at 138, and I said we're looking to go up to those highs from earlier in June. Now AMD got to those highs. I updated the chart in the Discord, and I said we're looking for a next leg up now. So the next leg up happened this week. Boom. We're going to that $165 price target this week, right? And we're going to continue going higher and higher and higher, right? I said to you earlier, we've hit AMD's highs of this year, 2025 highs. People want to talk about advanced money destroyer. People want to talk about advanced, horrible, whatever. This stock is not to be betted against. If you're betting against this stock, you're betting against something that's going to, destroy you. This stock is going crazy, right? And I still think we are not, well, I'm saying I'm already in. So if you're trying to buy shares, you're not too late, right? AMD is a $1 trillion market cap potential stock. AMD is a stock that's going to reach $200 or $250, I'd say, within the next 12 months. So by summer next year. AMD is a stock that is way undervalued. AMD is a stock that price target keeps needing to rise. We need to raise this price target every single time, okay? Price target for July was 160. Price target for this week was 155. We've already gone to 160 this week. July price target is 165 right there, right? And if we can get to those highs of 172 before the next couple of weeks end, then let's get there. By next year summer, we are getting to that $200 price point, maybe even to the $250 price point. Oh, the recovery is crazy. This is beautiful. AMD is the one, right? AMD is just like Palantir. It is the one. It might get you burnt a couple of times, but calls on AMD, calls on Palantir right now, yes, they're overextended. But any little pullbacks, any minor pullbacks are exactly that. They are minor. Before you know it, they get eaten up and they just start riding high again. AMD is one stock which, when it does pull back, you're going to think, oh, I'm not going to trade it no more. It doesn't like me. It's not a good stock. This and that. Now, don't bet against AMD. Wall Street, let me let you in on a little secret, right? So back in April, we can scroll all the way back to April. Let's tell a tale right here. April 7, 8, and 9. Okay, these important days. This is Monday the 7th, right? $83. This is Tuesday the 8th, $82. This is Wednesday, Tuesday the 8th, $78. This is Wednesday, right? 80 up to 96. Right? So what am I trying to highlight here? Well, I'm trying to highlight this. All this time, I'm going to circle it for you. All this time, Wall Street was betting against AMD. All this time, Wall Street was betting against AMD. All this time, Wall Street was betting against AMD. Okay, cool. I was telling you to buy AMD at these levels because these are bargain levels, right? It's at a 60% discount from the highs. The reason I was saying AMD, was a great look is because it's not as, it doesn't get as much credibility, it doesn't get as much love as Nvidia. Obviously, people wanted to tell me, oh, AMD has no fall, AMD can go to 50, AMD can go to 40, cool, blah, 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 blah. They don't know what they're talking about. Nonsense. Great. As I said there, that's where we're buying shares. That's where we're getting long-term calls. Now, my calls already expired. The ones I got there, they already expired in May and June. Cool. I should have got longer out calls. That's fine. I got shares, many, many shares. And if I could go back, I'd get even more shares. Either way, the point here is AMD was at a discount. AMD is still at a discount. And I do not have a problem telling you that AMD is going to go to 200, 250 within the next year. 12 months. Put a stamp on it, put a bookmark on it, write it down, whatever you want to do. Remember that AMD is going to 200, 250 within the next 12 months. Now, this price prediction is not coming from the run that we just had. This price prediction is coming from when Wall Street was betting against AMD, and all you retail traders who don't know anything, and whoever, central bank, whatever, government, all of you was betting against AMD back here. We have doubled since then. More than doubled actually now, 78 to 160, we've more than doubled, 100% returns on the shares so far, and we're still going to go higher. So again, this is not me trying to get you on the AMD hype train. This is me telling you what's going to happen. This is reality, right? Same way we did with SoFi at $6, $10, $11. Now that it's at 21, right? Same way we did with Palantir at $14, at $16, at $24, at $39. It's now at whatever you call it, $150. Same way we're doing this with AMD. So you can say, you can say your jokes about advanced money destroyer, this and that. You trade in janky Apple, you trade in junky Spy when AMD is right there. The smoothest stock there right now. The smoothest, right? It's just bringing people returns and returns and returns. Sure, couple red days here and there. Nothing to worry about. AMD is going to take us to new highs and keep taking us to new highs. And when it's a $1 trillion market cap, whether that's in 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5, whenever it is that it hits a whenever it is that it hits $1 trillion market cap, all of you who rock with us is going to be celebrating. All of you that was trying to make advanced money destroyer jokes is going to be sitting around rotting away. So yeah, if you don't want to take AMD, you don't have to take AMD. If you don't want to buy AMD, you don't have to. I'm not here to convince anyone to buy it. I'm just telling you where it's going, and we're going to come back to this same way we did with SoFi last August, same way we did with Palantir last August. We're going to come back to this same way we did with Roblox when it was at $77. We're going to come back to AMD when it's at $200, $250. We're going to celebrate. We're going to have a party. We're going to have fun, and yeah. So I'm looking at buying long-term AMD calls, maybe December, January, $200 to $220 calls. I'm going to enjoy the ride. I'm going to keep profiting off AMD, keep benefiting off AMD, and keep having fun, right? So again, if you're scared to trade AMD, that's fine. But we know where it's going. We've said it in the Discord like 20, 30, 40 times within the last 3 months. It's already doubled in price. It's still going to jump up another 50, 60%. We're going to have a good time with AMD, okay? So yeah, that's my thoughts on AMD. If you're not in any AMD positions, then that's fine. You can focus on junky Spy. You can focus on junky Apple. That's fine. I have nothing to do with that, right? If you want to get your 8 to 10% or 8 to 12% return year over year on the janky Spy or whatever index you want to trade, whatever crappy indexes you got, that's fine. When AMD goes from 160 to 200 and we up another 25%, I'm just going to be chilling, right? 25% in however long. You focus on junky Spy, all that kind of stuff, right? People are focused on, this kind of stuff. Look at this. What is this? People are talking about trading Apple. People are talking about trading this. Okay. People want to focus on trading that. That's fine. I don't have anything to do with that, right? You're going to get right. You're going to get right with AMD. If you don't want to get right, focus on trading Apple and them kind of stocks, Apple and Tim Cook and all them kind of people, focus. Look, listen, this is what I'm going to tell you, right? Lisa Su, CEO of AMD, that's a proper CEO. That's an innovator. That's a pioneer. That's someone who has direction, someone who has a plan, someone who's releasing chips on chips on chips. You've got MI350, MI400s are coming, and eventually MI500s are coming. These are proper chips. That's efficiency. That's effectiveness. That's a company that's got good customers, that got good reviews, that's got good valuation, right? That's a company that's undervalued. Apple, on the other hand, no innovation. Tim Cook, terrible CEO, no direction, no idea. He has no idea. Look, the guy's name is Tim Cook, and he's not cooking anything. He's burning everything, right? This guy has no idea what he's doing. On the other hand, you got Lisa Su. What I told you, what I told you at the weekend. This is a real CEO. So if you want to jump on the Apple train, jump on the Apple train, right? Apple has gone from, I think, 195. Yeah, but hovered between 195 and 215 for 3 months straight. What kind of stock is that? You hovered between 195 and 215 for 2, 3, 4 months straight. Terrible, terrible stock. So, AMD is the one. AMD is the one that we want. And yeah, I'm gonna keep seeing you guys talk about other stocks, but it's all good. AMD is the one right now. Then I want to talk about Circle. So there's something about these kind of stocks which is always important to know. First of all, let's go to Yahoo Finance. And if you don't like what I'm talking about, you can get out, okay? If you want to go trade Apple and them kind of stocks, Janky Spy Apple, get out, right? I'm talking about proper stocks. I'm talking about real stocks. I'm talking about companies that are actually valuable, not Janky Spy and Janky Apple. All right, cool. So let's see where we're at on Yahoo Finance. Oh, there it is. So RGTI. Before I talk about Circle, talk about RGTI, okay? So this company, it's a very interesting company. Look at the last 6 months of price action, right? We got all the way down to $7 back in April. We're up at $16 right now. Look, here's the news. This is why we check the news. Okay? This is why we check the news. Up 30% today. That's crazy, actually, by the way. But this is why we check the news. Okay? We're going to talk about this in a second. But either way. So, they are planning a 36 qubit quantum system launch just under a month from now, right? This is big news. And a lot of stocks are fueled by news. Now, people might say news is not important. News is important, but you can also see it in the chart. This is why I want to show you. The chart is good. The chart was clean. The chart is smooth. Nobody could predict a 30% jump in a day. I agree with that. But watch this. You got a consolidation before the breakout. Check on the daily chart, right? You pull back to the moving averages, the 9 and 21. Cool. You got an inside bar, which signals a potential breakout or potential big move coming soon. And guess what? What happened today? Next day, hammer candle. Today, we gapped up. Again, going back to the news. Sure. Nobody knows how much the news will affect the stock. Nobody knows, what's going to happen just purely based off a chart. Not always, right? When a company gets good news, like RGTI did today, yes, it's going to skyrocket, right? Yes, it's going to skyrocket. They've been having good news back to back, like 2-3 times in the last 3 days. So if you're an industry leader, Circle, RGTI, you're an industry leader, and you get good news, your stock is going to fly. Nvidia, industry leader. When they get news, what happens to their stock? It keeps flying. It keeps going higher. Nvidia is a solid company, great stock. Go back to Circle. They got good news today. What was their good news? Well, in regards to the Genius Act, Genius Bill, right? Apparently, the Genius Act has been passed. That's what we heard today during market hours. So we go back to the charts. Ignore this green candle. Ignore this green candle for now. Let's look at the daily, the 4-hour, and decide what's going on. So we look at the 9-day moving average. We gapped up twice back in June, pull back to the 9-day moving average, Gravestone Doji, couple candles pulling back to moving average, couple candles closing below, inside bar, potential big move coming, breakout. 4-hour chart, even cleaner. Support was at 175. We got the breakout, we pulled on back, made lower highs and lower lows, back-to-back dojis, Dragonfly Doji, came down all the way to the support and took off. Now it came down again, we got a hammer candle, we took off. came down again, and this is the crazy part that you have to kind of just be aware of. We got a gravestone doji here and a hammer candle here off the moving average, and we took off. So what's the next thing to do with this? What's probably going to happen next? Well, as we've seen with Circle last month, right? When we get them gap ups, right? We got a gap up last month. This purple box, this purple zone is very important because this is where we entered the trade when we got 100, I think $65 calls before Circle blew to 200. I think the day we got out was 245. Okay. So what I'm highlighting here is after the gap up, there can be a consolidation period. After this gap up, there could potentially be a consolidation period or a pullback, just like we saw here with a pullback. Now, once that happens, I'm sure you're going to see this back up at 296 to 300 in no time. So I will be looking at calls here heavily. Once we get more news about the Genius Act, you're going to see people flocking to this stock, right? Same with IBIT, right? What happened today? Gapped up. This is a bit of a jankier pattern, but again, pull back to the moving average. You got the Dragonfly Doji, and we took off. I like Circle for calls once we pull back a little bit. This also has momentum, okay? That's one thing about momentum stocks. When they catch heat, they catch fire, right? Katniss Everdeen. You see it coming to the moving average on the 1 hour chart, hovering in and around the moving average. Consolidation, pure. This is prime consolidation right here. We got a crazy hammer candle, big body hammer candle, and we got a gravestone doji right underneath the moving average. But at the same time, you see the moving average is just pretty much pointed to the sky. And that's where the stock went, to the sky, came back a little bit, might come back to 224 or so right here at the moving average on the 1 hour, the 9 EMA on the 1 hour, before we take off again. That might happen. If that does happen, we're going to eat good because once it starts up trending again, right? They said to take calls today at around 208 in the Discord. And if we had done that, whoever did that, I got in a little bit late, but whoever did that would be eating good. Okay. So once again, Circle, I'll call it out in the Discord when we do it, of course, right? Just like with all the other trades, I will call it out. But just beware because it's going to pull back a little bit. After these big jumps, a stock cannot jump $40 in a day and doesn't pull back, right? People are going to say, oh, Circle is crashing. No, it's not crashing. It's pulling back because it just jumped up $40, right? Stocks are going to lose steam. They're going to come back a bit, come down a bit. That's completely normal, completely natural. So once it does pull back again, like I said, in the Discord, I'll give the call. Just remind me to keep it on watch. It is on watch right now. It's a stock that I think has a lot more potential to run all the way to 300. What stocks are next to break down? Let me check the Discord, what you guys are saying. Oh, shoot. Hella stocks. Okay. Roku. Of course, Roku. We traded Roku. So we traded Roku overnight. Okay. So for Roku, I'm going to start with the daily chart. We had a good day, Roku. Don't worry, we're coming for that red line. Don't worry, we're going to get to that red line by next week. By the 25th of July, we're going to hit that red line. So either way, what did I see on Roku to take calls? Pretty easy. From Monday, 16th of June. Now I'll go from the 23rd of June. So from this day in June, we consistently trended up, pulled back, up. Look at the wicks, right? Here we were a bit overextended, came down to moving average, pushed up again, came to test moving average, pushed up again. Now, this, I'm going to see if I can highlight this trend line. And just draw it like this. It's not even that clean. Right. So I'm drawing the trend line from the top of the bodies all the way down, the bottom of these bodies, just below the moving average, all the way down. So the trend line here is below the moving average. The body of the candlesticks are on the moving average. Either way, it's just pretty much moving in this channel, just casually moving in this channel, higher, 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 higher. Okay, it is smooth. There's no problem with that. So if I see a stock that's pushing up, coming down a bit, getting ready for the next move, and of course, yesterday was a red day. So near the end of the day, we got in, right? We got in with a 25th of July expiry, anticipating another move to the upside. What do we do today? This is where we need to go to the 4 hour and the 1 hour to get a bit of a better idea. Start with the 1 hour. What did we do today? So yesterday we pulled back to the moving average, 200 moving average. This is one of those plays where you see in what you call it, Gravestone Doji, right here. You see that it's come down this way. It's come all the way down here. It's failed to break below the moving average. It didn't even. That's why. Okay, so let me clarify. Today's entry, right? Today when I called it out at the beginning of the day. If you go on the lower time frames now, like 15 minutes, we're below the moving average. But what do you see here, right? You see that we closed yesterday with a hammer or inverse hammer candle. Cool. Go to the hourly chart. What do you see here? Yesterday, last half an hour on the hourly, you've got the Gravestone Doji. Next candle, green candle. Price action started off today by falling down, right? If I go to today's opening candle, yeah, here we go. Today's opening candle, we're still below the moving average. Now, when I was here, I said, okay, I'm getting in calls because it's still pulling back. So this is why you don't just look at the 5 minute. If you had looked at this, you would have been like, okay, it's puts because it's coming down. You go to the daily, you'd be like, okay, we're still in the channel. Looks like we could still be trending higher. On the daily, so it's a bit difficult to see now because the candle is already formed. But on the daily chart, once opening 5-10 minutes happened, this stock, Roku, came all the way down to moving average. You can see it by the wicks, kind of, right? Price came all the way down here and started pushing up, which is when I said to you, okay, our contests are down 6%. They're at $1.70 right now, $1.72. This is a great chance to get in. We got a bounce here and started pushing upwards. Look at the 4 hour, right? Actually, wait, the hourly might be better for this. Here we go, yeah. So first hour candle, they try and wick it below the 200 moving average, starts pushing back, starts fighting back. Bull step in. Volume is green. Volume is big buyers energy, right? Big green energy. Huge green candle. And then from then, every time we pull back, we got the wicks lower, but we held the moving average on the 1 hour. The 4 hour, just as good, I'll be honest, just as good. Huge green candle. Next one is up high, come down to the moving averages, keeps pushing us higher. 1 hourly. So 1 hour chart, like I said, just consistently hitting the moving averages, the 9 and 21, but not doing enough to really close below, not doing enough to really see us, start selling off again. And again, I think we're good here. So the first price target was 91, 91 something. I think 91.16. I'll zoom out and I'll find it for you now. The first price target. And then you see what I was looking at. So one thing you always want to do, just give yourself a couple of price targets which you want to hit. Now, it won't always be the exact price target because obviously, we don't know where the stock exactly is going to go, right? We don't know exactly where the stock is going to go. So my first price target was the top of this body from yesterday or from last week, Thursday. So this month's high. Let me zoom in. So Roku, it was around here, right? Oh, that's not lying. Okay. So it was a bit higher than this. It was not 1990 exactly, but it was more like 1996. Okay. So we got a close on the daily up. Sorry, we got an open up at 1996 last week Thursday. Opening price was 1996. During the day, intraday, they pushed it up to 91, pulled it down, and then it closed over here. So the target, the first price target was Thursday's open, right? Thursday's open was up there. Now, eventually it closes a red candle, that's fine. But today we're targeting Thursday's open. We hit Thursday's open, we went a bit higher than that. And now we're targeting my strong line of resistance. Where does that strong line of resistance come from? The price target, 9207. Where does it come from? Previous level resistance on the weekly, right? Where the wick came off. And if you scroll further left, resistance from last year, July. Heavy wicks above during January of this year. We keep scrolling. Remember, this is the weekly chart. And then you see a heavy level of support back towards the end of or middle of 2022. Very heavy line of support, which eventually got broken and formed a new line of support around here. Either way, those lines, those zones, those price points, whatever you want to call them, are very heavy lines of resistance or previously support. So now it's probably a strong level of resistance up there, 92. We did break it back in February this year, but came straight back down within a couple of days. And I think we're going to hit this line once again, and we might struggle at that $92 price point. So if you are already in Roku with me, understand that we were up 60%. Now, whether we get to 70, 80, 90, 100, whatever, who knows? But my focus is getting to that price target by next week, right? Once we do, you probably see me take profit, leave some runners, because I think it's going to be tough for it to break above that $92 price point once again. Any questions in the Discord? Let me check the Discord. If you say break down MSTR and stuff like that, MSTR is a crypto company. MSTR is a scrappy company. Let me see. Marvell, yeah. So the other call out from today was Marvell. Pretty basic, but all I want to show you is this. Okay, the weekly chart for Marvell. We got a reversal up at $70. Sold off. And why did I get in here? On the weekly, we're holding in between the moving averages, just like HIMS. They tried to knock the price point down, right? We battled. This is where it gets interesting. Watch the daily chart now when I click the daily chart. And by the way, get those likes up on the video if you do appreciate this video. Get those likes up. We're at like 35 or whatever. Get them up to 40, 50, whatever. Daily chart for Marvell. Okay. This is where it gets interesting. So we started to see the moving averages converging. Right? Converging. Right. We saw a bit of a gap down today, but we held. So open was above the moving average, the 200 moving average, which is a very solid line, and close ended up being above the moving average as well. So we've got a nice hammer candle off the moving average. But what I noticed here is we were consolidating in between the moving averages for a while. So I didn't touch the calls because I was like, well, the moving averages look like they're converging to the downside. I'm not really sure if it's going to create a death cross yet, but either way, I'm going to wait for the stock, right? It's on my watch list. It's on my Yahoo Finance watch list. Again, if you don't know about my Yahoo Finance watch list, go here and check it out, right? Check out the Yahoo Finance watch list. There's a lot of gems in there. SYM up 8% on the day. We'll touch on that in a minute. But look at that. So I seen, in my watch list, Marvell had dropped heavily. Okay, cool. Let me see what's going on. I'll start to look at the lower time frames. We started off with a Dragonfly Doji. I'm like, okay, cool. Are they going to try and push it up? Are they going to try and run it back up? Hourly was talking to me. He said, okay, yeah, start with the inside bar. We got that strength, just coming in the strength. I'm like, okay, I can take a bite at this because, again, daily chart, cool. Price is holding above the moving average pretty strong. 4-hour chart, we got the crazy drop, the gap down, but they start to buy it up straight away. 4 hours forming a very strong green candle. So I said, hourly, let me see. They were showing us strength. And that's when I said to you guys in Discord, let's get in there. Right? What happened when we got in there? We were a little bit late. No doubt about that. But here we got in around 70. You know, we wicked off, came down. We got the 50-minute golden cross which we wanted, and we saw strong price action going to the end of the day. So we went up. We jumped about $1.20 from the entry from the call out. Wasn't bad. 5 minutes pretty spectacular. 5 minutes pretty spectacular, right? So we got the crazy price action at the beginning of the day. We were not part of that. We got the attempt to break out, rejected by the moving average, consolidation, attempt to break out above the 21, rejection. Third attempt to break out, got the golden cross as well, and we started to fly. Okay. What happened to the 20 moving average? Reversal pattern, but consolidation below the moving average. And what I'm trying to highlight here is every single time, price got rejected around the moving average. The 21, the 9, the 200, but it never got hard enough rejected that it just sold off all the way. Right, this was the only maybe potential scare, but before you knew it was back up, outside the bar, back up. So the times in the Discord when you ask me, is it too late? Is it too late? Is it too late? The times I was saying to get in was here when it was consolidating, get ready for the bigger move. That was one time. Here, right after the golden cross. And for those who got in really late, here, when we came down to moving average again for the next leg up. There was many entries for this play. Many entries. And I can tell you once again, it doesn't matter how new you are or how experienced you are, whatever. In the Discord, we help you out, right? We joke around, we have fun, but we do help you out, right? So, like I said, you know, my time, our entry in the Discord was around here, right? I can highlight our entry for you guys who are not in the Discord. Our entry was right here. Oh wait, I know why. Our entry was right here in the Discord. It was around 9:07 my time. So right here, so I saw the price start pushing above the moving average, come down, push up again. So when we came down and wicked off the moving average, I was like, yeah, I can get into the calls from the 5 minute, 15 minute, 1 hour, 4 hour, we're looking good. Pretty simple. Okay, pretty simple. I'm gonna leave those there because those are entries. All right, next up. Shoot, 51 minutes have already gone past. Hope you guys are having fun. Let me see what the chat is saying on YouTube though. Are they active or now? Who's in the Discord on the YouTube chat? Okay. Hey, we good that chart crazy. We ready. We can see AMD. Blah blah. With TradingView, I use the free version of TradingView, but I want to do something where maybe I do a little giveaway to give someone a paid year of TradingView or something. You know, the admins will give me a good idea. I think that'll be cool for anybody in the Discord. Just give you a free, you know, a TradingView, the premium version of TradingView for a year. You know, just pay for it for you. That would be great. Marvel, yep. RT, what's going on? Can go over Roku, Marvel. Meta's pulling back or done running. Marvel. Thank you. Glad you admitted it. We caught it though. Yeah, we caught it though. When you trade SPY, you look at 5 day. I don't trade SPY. IWM, Roku, Marvel. Should have mad likes, always dropping knowledge. Facts. Anthony James, thank you for that. Always dropping mad knowledge, bro. I could be, outside. I could be doing whatever. I'm here dropping knowledge just because I want to help you guys level up, and I know it is helpful to people. So, Wedlow says he's guilty. Wedlow's always in the chat turning up. Appreciate you. You have the #1 crown today. Okay, that's pretty cool. Junkie SPY, Junkie Apple. Yeah, two junkie stocks that go hand in hand. Not too much. Nay. AMD. Yep. Advanced money distributor. Right. AMD is money. I don't know why people don't like it. AMD is money. You just got to be patient. All my homies hate SPY. Yep. Facts. Apple is dusty. Yep. When we jumping back on AMD, you should be already jumping back. Apple sucks, man. Yeah, Apple sucks. Let's move on from Apple. Now we're not going to move on from Apple because if I say Apple is dusty, Apple is dusty. If I say Apple is junky, Apple is junky. We don't say let's move on from Apple. Apple deserves all the smoke it can get. How many companies do you know that don't want to innovate, bro? Apple will be the next BlackBerry if they continue like that. Either way, help us understand Roku and Marvell, please. Done. Proper chips. Exactly, crowd salad. AMD is proper chips. AMD is nice chips. AMD is fish and chips. Apple is junky. EMA is clean. Pfizer had an upgrade. 3. Okay, MU, since you're looking at Marvel. All right, let's talk about MU. AMD, so, sorry, not AMD. So MU, I liked AMD, I keep saying AMU. I liked MU over here, back when we were talking about it at first. It needs to pull back a little bit. Moving average is about to cross to the downside, seeing a death cross. MU might pull back about to 110, so I'm not going to get into there yet. SYM meant crazy, but I saw too soon. Yeah, SYM has been on our radar, right? I said to you, Yahoo Finance, SYM is on my, SYM is here. It's on my watch list. We talked about it last week, didn't we? The chart is so clean. Consolidation, getting ready for a breakout. Let me show you the SYM has been clean. SYM has been clean. SYM has been clean. The chart is clean. It is clean. It's pristine. This is that WD-40 chart. Let me see. It's not rusty like Apple. You guys are asking me to move on from Apple like it's not a crusty stock. No. Right. So SYM. Eh. Yeah. This is it. This is it right there. So we kept hovering in and around this. Oh, so you got the inside of day. You got the pure dojis, back-to-back dojis, and you got the big hammer candle. A breakout was always coming with SYM. No wonder you jumped 8% today. Oh, jeez. This is the exact same setup as Circle from way back from June. This was okay. Congratulations to all of you guys in Discord, first of all, who got SYM calls. Because I've seen you guys. I've seen you posting the group games. Congratulations. First and foremost, well done. Just want to take a second to congratulate you because that was incredible. Second of all, why are you cuffing the plays? Why are you greedy? You should have told me, look at this consolidation. This is ready to break out. All right, cool. You know, this is a breakout play. This is a pure. Now I've got my levels. $56 is my price target. 53.81 is my next price target. 56.88 is my ultimate price target. Oh, I like this one. The next pullback, trust me, I'm there. I'm catching it, catching flare, catching heat, all that kind of stuff. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh, wed low, wed low, wed low. Wed low and wedlock with SYM, just cuffing the plays. I love RTA, best investment ever. Right, Darnell, let them know. The best Discord, man. Who else spend time doing this every single day, no matter where they at, right? Man, wed load. SOUN look good. Let me see. It does. This is a thank you, Anthony James. That's what happened. See, you're not covering the plays. Now we're going to eat together. So let's check the weekly. Weekly is beautiful. Got the golden cross, right? We came off the 200 moving average strong. 5 green weeks back to back to back. Who else is doing it like that? Apart from AMD, who else is doing it like that? Not Apple, not SPY, right? Come off the moving averages to the upside. Golden cross, lovely. Wicks along. But it does mean the price action, they were trying to push it up. They relatively succeeded. Daily is beautiful. We came down, didn't break below the 21, came back up. We're getting ready for the next leg up. We're going to go back to $13 on SOUN. Sound Hound. This is a great stock to buy long-term shares of as well. What are your MA setup? 9. Let me show you lifetime. 9, 21, and 200. Look. 9, 21, and 200. Okay. Green is 9. Orange is 21. Red is 200. Go over ARM, please. Amog Basoka, you got hella tickets today. Hella tickets. ARM is nice. ARM is cool. ARM is cold. ARM is good. ARM is good. This is good. This is good. So the only thing I worry here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So from the last 11 days, you have 10 red days. Beware. The next pullback could come. But yeah, 157 is a price point, and then 167. I like. You know what? I'll add it to the watch list right now. ARM gets a place on the watch list. All right, guys. Let's all cheer for ARM. You get a place on the watch list. Yay. New and improved. 4.62. Yes, you get. Yes, well done, ARM. Well done. Congratulations. You made it. Okay. Go over CRWV. It's a bit jaggedy right now. It's kind of just consolidating, but stuck below the moving averages. When it does break, we'll see 167 and 175 again. I was lucky with Apple today, almost got smoked. If you want to play with Apple, you want to tango with Apple, you want to get smoked, you want to get cooked like Tim, I would say stay away from Apple, but everyone to each their own. Is Marvel too late? Is so is Marvel still viable or is it late? I have August expiry, so it's still viable. The plan with Marvel is to go up to 72, 72, and eventually 73, 73. Yeah. Marvel's looking nice. Marvel's looking fresh. It's got a long way to go. So don't worry if you're not yet in Marvel, especially if you're in the Discord, because you can see my fill price there. It's up 22% so far, but it's still got plenty of room to run. Let me check what the Discord is saying right now. By the way, make sure you drop a like. Don't stingy doing no stingy stuff with the likes. Come on, bro. Okay, cool. Yeah, my belt is still looking good. My belt is still looking really good. So they said check out Oscar and Google. Oscar's loading. Let it break above this, then we load. Right? Let it break above. Load. Let Oscar break above. Oh, Nate said Marvel is up 35% for me right now. Marvel likes you more than likes me. That's fair. Sometimes that's how the game goes, right? That's fair. Marvel like Nate more, so that's fine. So, yeah, Oscar, I'll wait a little bit. I'll wait. Oscar's loading though. Look, so this bar is bigger than so this whole body is bigger than this body. Engulfing candle. This one is small inside this one. Inside bar. I think we can get a nice explosion from Oscar soon. I'll wait for another red day, or maybe a pullback a little bit, maybe a 60-cent pullback, and I'm gonna get in there. And yeah, Oscar's gonna explode and it's gonna go back up to $20. I'm not really worried about it. Last time when I said it go to 22, it went to 22 and it got rejected. This time I think we're gonna go to the 18, and if we get rejected, we'll come back down. Then we're gonna go past 18, go to 20. I like Oscar, but I'm gonna wait. 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 Okay. Can you go back to hold on. Hella comments. Tesla analysis. S Snipes 3. It's starting to get there. It's starting to get some momentum. So this is when Elon was beefing. But you know Tesla best. They ain't gonna let that stock die. They've gone through too much hardship, right? What AMD is experiencing right now, from all you retail traders who try and talk trash, that's what Tesla experienced back in 2018, 19. People was talking down on Tesla, saying it's not going to go this, it's not going to do that, it's this, bruh, it's CEO, it's this and that. Tesla came back like I've never seen a stock come back. The only stocks I've seen do that is Palantir, Meta, and AMD. I have not seen other stocks get trashed like that and come back. No. Tesla's strong. Tesla could be just getting ready to boost. I've got this zone and I'm gonna extend it now. Be careful of that zone. That's the we don't like zone. Look, here we broke into the zone, wouldn't break above. Here, broke just below the zone. Here we broke into the zone, came down. So if we do break, expect a $20 run, but expect us to come back down very quickly. That's the do not like you zone. Rivian, Meta. Okay, I'll go with Meta first. Meta for Wedlow. Meta look like it's kind of just ready for a little bit of a pullback. You got earnings at the end of the month, 30th of July. Meta look like it's below the 200 EMA on the 4 hour. Meta look like it's ready for a bit of a pullback. Like it's losing steam a little bit. Is that the case? What's going on with Meta? I know Can't Hide had said, while we were at the meetup, she was looking at Meta puts. That's a trade. That's a trade right there. Meta puts has been pretty good, but just remember this: if the market starts running, Meta's probably going to catch steam again, pick some heat, and you don't trade higher. But beware. Yeah, Meta might pull back a little bit. I don't know what's going on right now, but it might be ready to pull back a little bit. Can you share your updated watch list today? Damn. Mog, you are just smoking with me questions. UNH, can you share your updated watch list today? Can you spend some time on how you find Marvel Roku? Go over ARM, please. Hey, Mog, I think you need a one-on-one. No cap. You have got the questions today. Nothing wrong with that though. You eager to learn? Yeah. Damn, yeah. Amog, you definitely coming with the questiones. Make sure you drop a like as well. It's like a tip, but it's free. Okay. Who else is there? Yeah, you learning. I like that. I like that. You eager to learn. Can you look at XYZ? I like XYZ. I like this. So, damn, 69. We've been in it. Wow. We got in this at 44. That was back here. 69. Jeez, I should have some shares too. Wow. Took a recovery. Watch out for Target as well, guys. TGT. Let me see. You might put this on the DVD. Yeah. So, wow. Wow. This is getting ready for the next leg up. So we came down to test the 21 moving average. We bounced around a bit, but you see the 4 hour there? The 4 hour can never lie. The 4 hour can never lie. So we got a big sell off. Came back. We came back to the moving average twice. Getting ready to move up. I think this is a strong level of support right here because it was also a previous level of resistance. Maybe I'd say this is my level of resistance. I'd say this right here. Right, that's my resistance support. So as long as we hold above the moving average, keep trending higher, it's good. It's good. It's looking good. Yeah, this could be good for cause. This could be good for the cause. X Y Z. Oh, I should have bought some shares at $44. I know about Block as well. With crypto strong, oh, I could have got some shares back in April or back in May. Oh, shoot. All right, Amog, I got you. UNH. Oh shoot, we broke below 300. Oh, it's over for this. This is the one that they dismissed the CEO, isn't it? I don't know. Last time I got copyrighted, so yeah. This is the one where they dismissed him, right? They wigged him. Wow, this stock is done for. People were saying, "Oh, get the calls, get the calls." Yeah, I don't know about that, man. Look at the way they wigged the CEO. They're wigging the stock now. They pushed it up to 327 and took it off, sent it back packing, sent it down again. Wow. So UNH, United Healthcare, don't even, I would say stay away from this for now. Until we get above the 200 EMA, don't even touch it. Otherwise, you're going to turn into the CEO. Swiss cheese. Don't touch it for now. Unless you want to get puts. Puts is all right. But yeah, I would stay away from this right now. You're a victim. Yeah. So you don't want to get dismissed like the CEO. Who out here uses United Healthcare for their insurance, for their healthcare? Be careful, your premiums might go up. Your premiums might go up. Your premiums might go up. So beware. This is part of stock trading. You got to know what's happening in the real world as well. You know, if you put in your money in the course thinking the stock is going to go up because it's sold off so much, and you put your money in there, and then they turn you to Swiss cheese, right? What are you going to do? Your whole portfolio blown up, right? Oh, this company is down for. I don't even understand what's going on with this company, right? Wow, this is crazy. Yeah, they cut it in half. Same way they cut the CEO in half. Crazy. All right, let's go with people are asking about Marvel again. I've done Marvel. Will this live be saved? I got to run, but I'm not trying to miss nothing. It will be saved, Darnell. Make sure you just drop a like on the video and it will be saved. If we get to 50 likes, 55. How many people's in here? Oh, 60 people in here. Okay, if we get to 60 likes, I'll save the live. Otherwise, I'll just dismiss it like the CEO of United Healthcare. So let me see. Lululemon, Lululemons, Lua. Oh, this is ugly. This is ugly, just like the pants they make. I think that this is like, whew, I don't know about this one. Not gonna lie. It looks better for puts now than it does for calls. This is looking bleak. This is looking janky. This is almost as bad as Apple right now. Lululemon is quite weak. So if you want to look at puts, yeah, feel free. They got earnings next month. Probably uh, earnings has been all right so far. Be honest, earnings has been all right. So I have to do a bit more research. Let's see what they expected. estimating 2.886 EPS and 2.55 billion revenue. One thing about Lululemon, the revenue is always going to be good. It's more about the guidance, the competitors, right? Who are their competitors? Lululemon. Let me see. Hoka, maybe. Nike. Those are the ones I can think of off the top of my head. Really. Asics, maybe. I don't even know. So yeah, that's 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 it. Lululemon probably puts Tem TEM. It's getting ready. It's getting ready. It's getting ready. But I'd wait. Weekly, weekly is telling me it's in between moving averages stock. Daily is pretty cool. Daily is smooth, right? Coming back slowly, but you just gotta wait for it so it's not getting rejected by the moving averages. 4 hours looking like on the lower time frames, it looks okay. If you get it now, you're getting in early. But I think, I think you just wait for this one. I just think you wait for this one. Tem, please. Yeah. Tem is looks like it. So Tem, if you get in now, I don't blame you. It looks like it wants to start breaking out, but just remember it had a 7% day today. That can also get wiped out by the moving averages, get rejected by the moving averages. Okay. They said Google again in the Discord. They love Google. They love Google. Why? Google is always bringing us money. Yeah, Google. We only want to trade Google forever. No, there's other stocks, but I'll give you a breakdown on Google. So we've already hit my price target for this week. Price target was 183. Hold on. Never mind. We have not hit my price target. My price target was 185 for this week. So Google. Yeah. Google. Like, all right, let's be honest, right? We got into Google down at 175. It blew. It's at 183. 183. It hit 184 today. We made a lot of money on Google. Google is a bit overexhausted, overextended, exhausted, overexhausted. It's kind of just hanging around in my zone. If it blows through, it might just go all the way through to 185. I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Right now, I just think with back to back, and those endings that look. So let's go to 5-minute chart so we can see how Google ended both days. Okay, today, Wednesday, and yesterday. This is today's ending for Google. Right, huge sell off. Yesterday's ending for Google. Huge sell off. Right, back to back days. What I think it's gonna do tomorrow open, jump up. I might try and get a Google call, jump up, take a 20, 30, 40%, and get out. Right, Google keeps handing us money. But one thing you don't do when it comes to the market, right? You don't try and go back too many times because on the time you don't expect it, it will fight back, right? Every time you punch it, knock it down, walk away. Punch it, knock it down, walk away. The next time you punch this stock, walk away, it come up behind you and slap you on the head, just from nowhere. Boom. So just be careful. It happened with us with Palantir and AMD a couple weeks ago. I like Google. Like I said, I might just try and snipe a call tomorrow. I don't usually day trade, but I might try and snipe something. But it's been doing its thing. It needs to come down a little bit before it gets higher. It's done its thing, though. It's done its thing. Can't lie, It's done its thing. Baba, Bon, how are you doing, Bon? Baba, any future? Baba has a future in rotting away. But Alibaba is just above the 200 moving average now. We catching some heat. We're picking up some traction. Don't forget, though, right? This run is nice. This run is cool. This run is smooth, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We were at 139 back early this year. And what's even worse, way back, them times there, we were at 230, 250, 280, 300. Oh, Alibaba. We've been sliced in half, right? Look, it's not even appearing on the chart. We got to reset the chart view to see Alibaba's price action now. So be careful. Alibaba is a bit too jaggedy for me. It's all right, but look at all the gap downs, gap ups. The Chinese stocks are strange. You can't really trust them. We'll see. Good news though here. Alibaba shares rose 8% following Nvidia's restart of H20 GPU sales in China. Okay, which is expected to boost Alibaba's cloud and AI services. Okay. Not bad, but yeah, Alibaba is not something for me. If you want to take that, that's all you. Have fun. Uber. I like Uber. I like that it's pulling back. I'm just waiting for the right opportunity. Because when it takes off, it's going to do what it did a couple weeks ago. Remember when the calls were up 4,000%? Yeah, Alibaba might not be nothing, but Uber might be something. So, took a few Ubers while we were in the RTA meetup in Miami. Uber is still alive and well. Uber Eats is definitely getting delivered at people's doorstep. Save some money. Don't Uber Eats. Make sure you cook as well. Learn to cook. You can't be grown people, 20s, 30s, 40s, and not even know how to cook. Some of you are out there in 20s and 30s and you can't even make some simple omelette, right? Can't cook rice, can't do no pasta, nothing, right? Just dry, just eating cereal or just eating some bread and butter, those kind of things. Learn how to cook, don't only Uber Eats. So yeah, anyway, Uber, I like that it's putting back now. I'm gonna wait till it stops, stops bleeding. It's just bleeding out right now. Because I don't want to see 4 hour. I don't want to get caught on a falling knife. That's not for me. I'll wait, but when it does start kicking off, we'll see another one of these push up, pull back, push up. Right? It jumped 87 all the way to 97. We're gonna go for $100 for the next run. We're gonna go for $100 the next run. So yeah, Uber everywhere, but right now, just wait for Uber. It's gonna come to us. For this one, let the trade come to you, right? Same way when you order Uber, you let the Uber driver just pull up to where you're at. You don't chase around trying to find the Uber driver. You just sit where you're at and wait for it to come to you. Uber's going to do the same. This trade is going to come to us, right? Don't be running around headless. Just wait for it, and it's going to come to us. So Silent Strat 2024. Thank you for that. Oh, double bottom on Lulu. Did I miss that? Let me see. Where are you seeing that? Oh, potentially. Double bottom on Lulu. Yeah, it could be. Could be something. Thank you. Okay. Let me check the chat for this. Let me check the chat. Let me check the chat. So he's using the 4 hours and dailies to pick your long calls. I'm using the weekly. I'm using the daily. I'm using the 4 hour. I'm using the 1 hour. Okay. Let's get the stream to 60 likes. Any other questions? Some people had some questions in the Discord today. I seen a question about oh yeah, that was it. Yeah. So someone said, please address the session, why you chose Marvel and why you got in. Also, if you have any plays to watch. Yeah, we've done that. Someone said anything, but we did that. We definitely talked about anything. Maybe a breakdown of why you decided to enter all of your callouts this week. Yep, we did that. I'm going over your swing traders, going over your swing trading strategy again. I'm not going to go over the whole trading strategy because I have a kind of like a hour video of that. And it's also in the option pack. If you haven't got that, go grab the option pack. Yeah. Can you chart Rivian? Yeah, this is dead. This is looking like puts. This is dead, man. So Rivian's competitors. Who are Rivian's competitors? Lucid, Tesla, Neo, maybe. That's it, right? Yeah. Most of them stock charts are looking better than Rivian. Rivian is looking kind of dry. So the cars are nice though. Can't lie, the cars are nice. Unlike the chart. So yeah, I'm bearish on Rivian, but the cars are nice. Rara's asked me to do GameStop. We're not going to do no GameStop. This is GameStop, right? Isn't it like $3? $23. And this is janky. Nah, I'm good. Yes. This is I've got some good news, folks. Got some good news. I've got a good play for the Discord. You're gonna see. Robinhood, you see our Robinhood? We're gonna get a nice piece of this. Just wait. We have a plan. Now said SMCI. It's not bad, SMCI. It's not bad, but it's overextended, right? It had its. This is the entry here. Let me highlight all the SMCI entries. It isn't bad, but let me highlight all the SMCI entries. We're gonna get our circle, CRCL. No, I'm joking, but we're gonna get our circle here. Is it entry? Anywhere around here is an entry. Is it entries? These are entries. So up here is overextended for me. It's too high. I'd rather get something else. Once this comes down, I'll get into there too. Palantir not going to be running without. I mean, I've got shares. I'm Palantir easy. I'm good. I might not be the Palantirist, but I'm good. SoFi, I like SoFi. Just smooth. We got into this at $6, man. People were talking about, oh yeah, GameStop, AMD and stuff. I mean AMC and stuff. Look, Palantir, SoFi, right there, right? How many stocks are gonna just double up for us like that? Any other stocks? We've been live 1 hour and 18 minutes. The chat has got us to 50 likes, exactly 50 likes. That's decent. You guys put in some work. Well done. TMO, what's that? Thermo Fisher. Yeah, this little jaggedy. Bearish. Yeah, starting to flip bearish. DFDV looks decent. DeFi development. Oh, you into DeFi. Okay. TGT I like, but we'll just wait. It's been dying. So it's gonna come back and we're gonna go right back up to 105. I will get calls, but it'll be like August, like end of August calls for like 105, which are gonna be very cheap. So just watch out for TGT. BKKT. This is such a popular one. It always gets mentioned on my live streams. Backed. Yeah, no wonder it's nice. No wonder it's nice. So the entries, I'm a bit late. The entry was here, the pullback, and then anywhere around here on the consolidation. We slide this right here. Yeah. I think that's mainly it, right? Anyone have got other questions in the Discord? Oh, can you look at Cola, please? Just want to see if I have it right. Nothing to see. What do you want to see? This is put territory. It's just going higher to come down. Gonna test the moon average, come down. Yeah, putty territory. Bond said SOUN. I've done SUN, I think, twice. Jug said, thanks, man. You're welcome. Bond said SUN, please. I've done SOUN like twice. You're going to have to watch this back later. Any other stocks before we enter? Alana says OSCR. All right, you guys are just saying the stocks I've already done, huh? Tem, yeah, you guys are just saying the stocks I've already done. I see. Get this to 60 likes and I'll do some more stocks that I've already done. But unless we do that, I'm going to sit here and just enjoy my overheating Apple MacBook. Apple products are so bad. Software updates terrible. Just make your phone laggy. Crust you around, man. There was a stock. Yeah, we got some plays in the Discord. Don't worry. I got some plays for you guys. We're gonna make something shake with Google, with Hims. Oh, with Robinhood, with Target, with IBIT. We're gonna make some stuff shake. Don't worry. Oh wait, my Marvel is up 28%. Oh shoot. Yeah, we lit. Do you build your own watch list on Yahoo Finance? Yes, I do, and I have been for 4 years. That is how I know you do not have the option pack, because I've been doing that, and it's been in the option pack since then. SBET, I know you guys are eating good on that. I'm good off that. It's already done its thing. If it pulls back, I'll get in. If not, I'm cool on that. All right, 2 more stocks and I'm out. Bump the likes up. Don't be stingy with your likes, man. Let's hit the 60. AAP, Eric, RGCI. I've done some of those. Zim. All right, IBIT. Any other stocks? Something delicious, something tasty, like the orange chicken at Panda Express. What you guys got for me? QBTS. You guys like them quantum stocks. Showing said money. Yeah, QBTS is cool. Remember last year trading that at $2, $3, whatever it was. We broke out the zone. We just flew. All right, DJ Quietstorm says Mara. Rara. Okay. Crypto play. Pardon me. Excuse me. Sorry about that. CIVI. Want something? No, that's puts. RGT, I already talked about that at the beginning. AAP. Nope. So overextended, needs to pull back a little bit. Come on. Hit me with someone got a good stock? You just throwing out random tickers? Zim. Barbway. Dead. Under the moving averages. None of these are delicious. Can I look at Eric? Let's see what Eric's saying. Yeah, that's dead. The guy's dropping. That's dead. Oh, well, these are put plays. PayPal. PayPal struggled, but I could get a $75 call for PayPal. Alex Chris, strong CEO, good CEO. Get some shares for yourself as well. You've been getting these shares since they were $58. Fun fact. All right, cool. We have 57 likes. Let's get it to 60. Archer's cool. Archer ACHR is good. My price target for this is really that 12.50 price point, and if we break past that, then $15. Okay. VRT, SRT, BST. Ooh, this is good. This is a good setup. This is a good setup. Vertiv, this is a good setup here. You see how here it just took off? We're in the same kind of thing. Consolidating in around the moving averages. Thank you for VRT. DJ Quietstorm, thank you. You found a good setup. Moving averages pointing to the upside, diverging. Stock hanging in and around moving averages. This is a nice setup. This is a ready setup. This is one that has not already gone. We're near the highs though, so the price tag would be like $130. Not crazy, but hey, I'm proud of you guys. That was a pretty good session. 1 hour and a half of hella tickers. We didn't quite hit 60 likes, but it's okay. We live to fight another day. I think this is still the stock of the last few months though, right? 119, really, like, bro. We've been saying it since it was down here, $60. Roblox calls, right? Roblox calls. Yeah. Well done, guys. Oh, now it says check out Amazon. All right, now hope you dropped a like on the video. Yeah, Amazon to 229, but just wait for it because it's pulling back now. It's hanging in and around moving averages. It's going to make a similar move from when it went 218 to 227. We're going to go from 223 to 229. Amazon is looking good now. Thank you for shouting that one out. INTC. Yeah, I don't like trading this too much of good news. It relies too much of good news. Rich says we hit 60 likes. Nah, Christian just said he hit 59th like. So one of you is lying. I'm going to find out. And I'm going to give you some soda water to drink. We can get into Amazon now. You can try, but I'm pretty sure the market is closed. So let me know. I'm just joking. I know what you mean. We can get into Amazon tomorrow. I don't know if you're in the Discord or not, but either way, if you are, then yeah, I'll give the alert. I'll give the call out. We'll go over it. I'll put the chart in the chat, all that kind of stuff. Amazon is cold. Just wait. Oh, I'm not going to end the live stream yet. Amazon is gearing up. If the market continues pushing, right? If the market continues pushing, I know you guys like to see this janky stuff. Here we go. If the market continues pushing, we get back up to 627, 628, whatever, new highs. Amazon might see 229 real quick. You had your nice little Amazon day from the 8th of July to 11th of July last week. That was pretty cool. Everyone was like, jumping on Amazon. Great. But, ooh, this could be something. Oh, you just joined the Discord today. All right, cool. So you know what we're on. You know what we're eating. You know what we're doing. Can you just type to me in the chat and say Amazon, please? Remind me. This is how you remind me of Amazon stock. Please just do that and I'll just remember it. And then we're going to make some money off it. Moolah, baby. This is going to be a great play. Just wait for it. This is going to be our Google of last week. Remember our Google of last week? Michael Anthony said PFE had an upgrade on Fidelity. People still trade Pfizer. Are still rolling out vaccines? Nah, this is finished. This is so finished. This is finito. This is fini. This is dead. I mean, it might go higher a little bit, but it's just coming down lower. Yeah. Okay, you got Lisa Isaac, you got in on the Marvel and Roku action. Oh, so you joined the Discord and you became a member straight away. Oh, you're making big moves. You're a member. So not only are you in the Discord, you're a member. Okay. Bond said, when is the next meetup? We just got back from the meetup yesterday. You asked someone, all right, let me ask you guys, when do you want the next meetup to be? Keep asking me. It's only because you saw us in the club having fun, putting RTA over everybody and stuff like that, and on the table and all that kind of stuff, the bottle service. Now you want to do meetup. You didn't come yesterday to the meetup. You didn't come last week to the meetup. The meetup was in Miami. I see people talking about, oh, we should do a meetup in Brazil, meetup in Costa Rica, meetup in Greece. You didn't even come to Miami. You want to do a meetup in other countries. Don't even start joking around with me. The meetup just finished. You're asking when is the next one. When do you want the next one to be so I can let you pull up? Because if I decide, the worst thing about this past meetup is you guys decided when it was and you didn't come. Yeah, AB said it. It was heat. And we're going to do it again. Woo! This next one is going to be not as good as the Miami one, but it'll be all right. It'll be all right. What's up, Jax? Jax, I see you typing. I see you typing. I see you typing. Come to Maryland or ATR. Maryland is sick. I'll go back to Maryland, but I'm not going to do a meetup there. I'll go back to Maryland, see all my friends and stuff, family, all that, whatever. You know, Maryland was good old days. Just, you know, being in and around Federal Hill, Fells Point, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, that's the place to be. Make sure you're in the Discord, folks, because I'm now looking at 2 different conversations. Who is going to finish as number 1 crown for today? Right now, the standings are Anthony James in first place, DJ Quietstorm in second place, and DJ Quietstorm in third place. I don't know how you're doing that, but you are doing that. So yeah, Maryland is sick. Maryland is sick, but I'm not going to do the meetup there. We couldn't get people to pull up to Miami. I don't know if they're going to pull up to Maryland. Drop the Discord link. Can someone drop the Discord link in the chat, please? October in LA, says Nell. What location next? The moon. That's the only way to go. Someone drop the meetup link. Houston? We don't do no Houston. No, Yahoo, no. Yeah, we're gonna do a meetup during the Soccer World Cup as well, but that's separate. We're gonna do an RTA meetup, and then we're gonna also go to soccer game together and just pull up next summer. But before that, we're gonna do RTA meetup. Someone drop this in the. Yes, Rich. I said Maryland. Someone dropped. Okay, I've just dropped the link in the Discord. Drop it in the YouTube. Drop it in the YouTube, please. Drop that in the YouTube. Thank you. Because my man is what trying to get the link. You guys not giving him the hookup. You're giving him the money. Do you day trade or swing trade? Who in the chat knows the answer to that? Do I day trade or do I swing trade? There's one correct answer. Only one. Because most of my group have 9 to 5. They have jobs. They're busy. They have kids. They have stuff to do. So they can't look at the chat. You know, they can't look at the trades, the charts, all that intraday. So I swing trade. Therefore, I swing trade. Right? I swing trade. I swing trade because I don't want my people to be missing out on the, you know, on what we got going on. So I swing trade. So everyone can get in. We can just hold for a few days. Hold. Boom. It's up. Yay, we partying. Yay. We're all excited. If I day trade, you missed a trade. You know, you fall asleep, you go to get some mac and cheese from the local store, you missed a trade. So I don't want that. I don't want that, you know. I want you guys to make sure you eat. Somebody said I asked for tickets. Tickets to where did I get? Tickets to where? All right, nobody wants to drop the link for the lady in the chat. Swing my way. DJ Quietstorm. You said drop the link. Here it is. I'm gonna drop the link for everyone in the chat because we're gonna do more of this, right? The next few days. We're gonna do it live time as well. I want you guys to be swinging and thinking at the same time. Spider-Man trade, man. What do you guys be talking about? Spider-Man trade. This is not no Peter Parker, bro. This is TWP, the Wealth Prince. I got into CRCL very late, and then I cut my position when I started pulling back. Do you advise we get back in? Yeah, but get back in on the pullback. The stock ran $40 a day. If you didn't make money, it meant you're chasing. You know, stock ran $40 a day. So yeah, I'm gonna do another couple sessions. The admins are gonna do some sessions. You know, we're gonna keep teaching, keep helping you guys. If you're not in the Discord, that's cool. You don't have to be, but don't expect me to pop out on YouTube every time. Most times I'm gonna be in the Discord, in the live stream in the Discord, and we're gonna be doing it there. That's all. Yeah, Bon. Oh, Bon is a funny guy, huh? He said we want to do the World Cup meetup next year so you can enjoy the game and get some nice free drinks from me. Yeah, that's all funny until I don't pull up, and then you're wondering where you're gonna get some drinks from, and your mouth is gonna be hella dry, just there like that, dry neck, dry throat, just because you can't get some free drinks from me. So Bond, be careful, man. You flying all the way to the World Cup games, waiting on me to supply you with the drinks, not knowing I'm not gonna be there. I'm just ditch you, and you're gonna have no drinks. You're gonna be eating some dry fried chicken sandwich, and your throat just gonna be burning. No drinks to water it down. Be careful, Bond. I know you think you're gonna get some free drinks from me. Jack said Exxon. All right, cool. Exxon, yeah, let's talk about Exxon. Exxon's pulling back, pulling back. It's gonna boom eventually, but it's pulling back now. It did this big run. We all traded it last week. We had fun. We enjoyed it. Yeah. Anthony James said tickers. You asked for tickers. Yeah. Exxon is a good ticker. But we made our money on Exxon last week, and now we can just leave it alone a little bit. Jack's good one though. Yeah. Yeah. Any others? Oh, we've been out. Okay, we've been out 1 hour and 33 minutes. We've been out longer than a football match. So I think we're done here. Any other questions? Drop them in the Discord because then I'll answer sometime today. If you're on YouTube and you're not on Discord, you guys know the link to Discord is in the chat. And as I said before, make sure to subscribe, like the video, man. You guys did your big one though coming through. And if you want more sessions like this, let me know in the Discord chat. Let me know. We can do more sessions like this. I got a wealth of knowledge, big well of knowledge. We can talk about swing trading. We can talk about EMAs. We can talk about support and resistance. We can talk about selecting your option strategies, selecting contracts. We can obviously talk about everything options, long-term investing, the finances, top line, bottom line, revenue, balance sheets, income statements, cash flow, all that kind of stuff, right? Either way, if you're in a Discord, you know the deal. If the Discord membership price increases, are we locked in on the price we originally got in, or does the new rate apply? You're locked in now. If you got in, so some of you are very lucky. You got in last year, August, $35. Guess what? You're locked in at that price for life. The only people that are not locked in are the ones who are not in Discord. So if they hate from outside the club and they try and get in, you're going to pay the higher fees. When you're in the club at 9 p.m. and it's free and nobody's in there, and then at 11 p.m., 12 a.m., all the hustlers and everyone comes through and they pay 20 at the door, 50 at the door. You guys have been to clubs, they increase the price at the door. Then guess what? Those people that are already in the club don't have to pay more. They're already there, they locked in, they were there when nobody believed in the club getting lit. So yeah, they were there before it turned up. So will there be a discount for the Discord coming anytime soon? Will there be a discount? Nah. People can't be just coming to my Discord making thousands of trades in the first day. Nah. Come on. People are making too much moolah. So yeah. Trade and save up. Yeah, for sure. If you follow my Instagram, you'll see the free trade ideas. But that's not really, that's just some small things here and there. It's not really nothing crazy. Now your Discord price will stay the same. You're already locked in. You're one of us. Just don't ditch us for, some kind of musty groups. So yeah, I think that's it, folks. Not really. Yeah. So appreciate you guys. You guys know the deal. That's it. I'm out.